Hi everyone, it's Allie from Write Down Your Allie on teacherspayteachers.com. You can also find me now on Instagram at writedownyourallie_TPT, and of course here I am on YouTube. So if you haven't watched my Dolch sight word flashcard review video yet, that's what these are. These are just 3x5 flashcards for Dolch sight words in grades pre-K through 3rd. They only run, the Dolch sight words only run from pre-K through 3rd, so that's why those are the only grade levels there. So anyway, check out my video for the sight words flashcards. With those, I also have my assessment and data sheets that I would recommend to pair together, just because you can have your Dolch sight word flashcards and your data assessment sheets all together to create one like mega bundle. So anyway, there's 4 main components of the assessment and data sheets that I will review with you now. So the first component is the student word list. So the student word list, this is just for the 2nd grade. Just for example, I also reviewed the 2nd grade flashcards in my previous video, but these are all of the 2nd grade words. So you just have them on a nice blank sheet. Your kiddo will sit down with these in front of them and they can read through them while you go ahead and mark off what they read on your teacher set. Okay, so in the teacher set you have the words on the side. You can put the date up at the top, and there's 6 columns for a total of 6 different assessments throughout the year. And you can print this as many times as you need to, so if you assess them maybe twice a month or once every month and you need more than 6, you can print this as many times as you want after you purchase it. Okay? So you have the whole list. You have the teacher name, or I'm sorry, the student name, the teacher name, put the date, and then you can just go through and either check off, yes, they got it, no, they didn't. You can even write down what word they might have substituted it for. However it makes sense for you to assess them, you can do that with this. Just for 2nd grade, since there were so many words, it's a 2-page part, so they start on this page and they go on this page, and at the bottom you can total. There's 48 words in 46. There's 46 words for 2nd grade. So you can total, say 40 out of 46, you can write that in this box. Then I also have additional boxes for percent correct, so you can see, okay, did they get 90% of them? Did they get 95? Maybe only 70. Okay, and then that way you can track their progress over time as well. You can also, I don't know if you would like to use this component, but I thought it would be pretty cool if you wanted to compare them to the class average. So say you assessed all of your 2nd graders in the 2nd week of school, what was the class average? Okay, so you can see their percent. You can also see the class as a total. All right, and maybe I might add, or you could just write in what their score is compared to the class, but you could pretty much see that like right on top of each other. Okay, so that's the teacher part. Now the really cool things that I would personally really love is the 3rd component is the notes section. So this can help you remember what each assessment session looked like. So say you have your first assessment, you can write down the date. Any little notes that you want to make about that assessment session, I would put right here. Maybe they read through them really fast. Maybe they skipped a lot. I don't know. Whatever you want to note about your student, maybe they were really frustrated or really hesitant to read these words to you. Maybe they weren't comfortable. Maybe note everything that way. And again, there's 6 sections for the 6 different assessments. But again, you can print this as many times as you need. That way you can compare over time what that assessment session looked like with each of your students, okay? So that's the 3rd component. The 4th component is the goals page. Now, I really love this because I think it holds the teacher accountable, and you can also, if a parent has a question about their student's progress, or if your administrator has any questions about student progress, you can just show this to them. So this is the goal sheet. You, again, you have the goal. After the first assessment, you would make a goal. So say they only read 50% of their Dolch sight words correctly. The goal for maybe the next time would be for them to read maybe 60%. Okay, it can just be a little goal. Whatever you think would be attainable for that particular student, that's what I would make as that goal. Okay? So to be met by. So say you want them to reach 60% of their words in a month. I don't know if that's realistic, but 60% of the words in a month. So that way you have a goal, you have a day that you're aiming to meet that by. Then there is the using section. So my goal is for them to reach 60% accuracy with their words within a month using what is the method. So you could say we're going to do sight word practice with our flashcards every other day. Okay, so you could say using the sight word flashcards every other day, whatever. So that way you have your goal, your deadline, how you're going to meet that goal. Then you can come back in a month. Was that goal met? Yes or no? And what's next? Yes, was it met? What's next? We can push them further. You can challenge them more. No, it wasn't met. This is what you're going to do to meet that goal, okay, for the future. So again, this holds you accountable. There's only 3 goal sections per page just because I wanted to have all this information. I felt like this was the most pertinent information that would keep you accountable, it would keep you on track, it would keep your student progress on track, and it's an easy way for you to progress monitor, okay? So that's the data, the student data and assessment sheets that can go along with your sight word flashcard. So again, there's 4 components. You have the student word list that they read off of, the teacher data and analysis sheet, okay? It's probably gonna be 2 sheets just so that you have enough room to mark and write if you want to. You have the notes sheet to keep you and your students on track for each assessment session. And you have the goals sheet to keep you accountable and to back yourself up if there's any parent or administration questions, anything like that. Okay, so I hope you found this useful. I know this was kind of a longer one, but I hope you really like this because these ones are kind of the ones that I'm the most excited about. So I hope you love them. I hope you get so much use out of them. And if you haven't checked out the Dolch sight word flashcards video yet, please check that out. These will be super, super well to pair with the assessment kits. Okay, so have fun, buy them up, they'll be super useful.